Oh my God, your poor dad.
You need to remember to do. You can't hear yourself. You need to remember to speak into the microphone.
Well, we're going to do what we do.
We're going to do what we do, and we're going to do it well.
And I'm excited to do it. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Me too.
Never been happier.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. And I hope that you all have never been happier because I welcome you back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister.
Wow, seamless.
Yeah.
Wow, we're just like getting right into it.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like I have not really talked to you guys very much. So this is going to be like a true blue sister catch-up.
Yeah, I haven't talked to you at all.
Hold on.
It's going to be a gossip catch-up. That's what, did you know that was me and Amanda Locke's fake like talk show back in the day? It was called Gossip Catchup. She's like, okay, we're going to do a talk show, and it's going to be called Gossip Catchup. So let's make a sign for it. So then I did gossip, and then I did ketchup everywhere, like ketchup the condiment. She's like, no, it's like gossip catch up. And I was like, oh.
Oh, you really thought that it was ketchup?
I thought it was, I literally thought it was Gossip Catchup.
Oh, okay.
That's actually like kind of a good name, though, now that I'm thinking about it. Gossip Catchup.
All right, trademark.
TMJB.
Shout out to We've It Obsessed podcast.
They gave me a major shout out in the last episode, and I got like so like excited.
Well, did you get butterflies in your stomach?
I did.
I'm probably like 2 or 3 episodes behind. So
Oh, you didn't hear my shout out?
not yet.
That was a good episode. They have really good shout out to We've Been Obsessed. But yeah, so what's going on with you, girly pops?
Girly pop, we are gonna see Taylor Swift again.
Okay, I have a really hard time talking. I'm like so nervous talking about this in front of Bailey.
Oh, because I'm sad?
Yeah.
Because I'm poor?
But everything
I'm poor too.
everything can be true. It's
Yeah.
you can be sad, we can all be poor, and it's still like you wouldn't be able to go because of school anyways.
Yeah, I can be jealous but not envious. Like, I'm upset that I'm not going, but that doesn't mean that I don't want you guys to have the experience of going.
That's a really good sister right there.
Yeah, that's like when people are in a polyamorous relationship, there's like something called compersion when you're like genuinely happy for the other person and their experience. I think that's a word.
I like that you just compared our sisterhood to like a polyamorous.
Plenty of sisters who would genuinely, like, if I can't go, you can't go, and this is like messed up that you're going.
Okay, I completely agree. And although like we are like, I feel like we're fighting sisters, like we have no problem like fighting, but like we're never like jealous. We're never fighting over like jealousy or like not wanting the best for each other. It's more just like you're annoying me.
Exactly.
Like I would never like nothing that you guys do that's a win takes away from anything. I don't see it as like jealousy, if that makes sense. I see it as like, oh, like that's a win for her.
It's a win for the family.
Right. It's a feather in all of our caps.
Exactly.
Some would say. Yeah, I'm really okay. Should we just talk about Taylor real quick, or should we move that to like a segment in its own?
I mean, you could kick off the segment now.
Okay, so Paige and I are going to see Taylor on August 9th. What is that date?
The last day of the U.S. tour.
And it's 8/9.
Oh, and it's 8/9.
So
it's like the 19th city or the 19th show, so 1989, basically.
Yeah. So basically, and Taylor has changed all of her, not logos, her, what are we calling those? Profile pictures? Is that what they're called? Mm-hmm. Her avatars, they were all Speak Now, and now they're all back to midnight. So that's kind of like neutral zone. So it feels as though we're getting something big.
We're getting something big.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, do you think she's gonna pull, she would never, but do you think she would pull a Lady Gaga? You know how Lady Gaga would dress as that guy, I think his name was Joe something, when she was doing You and I know, but she could be nice guy Ed. Good guy Ed? Nice guy Ed.
I don't think that's
Good guy,
like
Paul.
Taylor's vibe.
I know, but
see
it would
where
be
you're
funny.
going with that, but also I think Nice Guy Ed doesn't have anything to do with 1989 re-release, or it might, because Nice Guy Ed is kind of like in the vein of 1989 ish. But
Yeah.
it's just going to be crazy because Haim's going to be there. It's the last night of her U.S. tour. Then she's going to Mexico, and then she's going to take on the world. And it's 8/9. So, like, something big is going to happen. I'm going to lose my mind. I will be creating all the content possible, like, probably even more than I did last time.
Yeah.
Because now I know. I should live in the moment, but, like, think about so much... like we have so much content from last time, and I like actually like that, and that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But it was like such a nice present to give to Paige too. You know, that Paige was, she hung up and hung out for Taylor Swift. You know, she did not want her phone out. She needed to experience it
Yeah, I
all for herself, first person in the now. And then she got to have that after. That was like a very generous present
Right.
from you.
So there are some talks. We've already talked about our surprise songs, and there's just our it's what we had was so big in Arlington that I'm not sure anything will ever come close to that. But if anything's going to come close to it, it's going to be the last night of her U.S. tour.
Agreed.
Yeah. I made Paige tell me all the songs that she's saying, like, I had to read all the songs in the normal set list and then all the secret songs she's sang so far so we could figure out what she might do. And then I was reminded about how snobby you guys were. It's like, yeah, it's nothing like Arlington Night 2 though, right? Am I right?
It's not.
I know.
It's like, okay.
You guys were such turds.
I think, so some of the big songs that she hasn't done yet.
Cornelia Street.
Cornelia Street, obviously. That's the number one song she could sing that could even begin to top anything that we saw.
Yeah.
Other songs that she
to
has
be like to be like on par.
on par, yeah, like nothing's going to top Death by a Thousand Cuts and Clean. I'm sorry, it's just like not. Endgame would be good, but it's not. It's reputation. We've already seen Endgame. The beauty about Death by a Thousand Cuts and Cornelia Street is that she's only ever played them live once.
Also, Paris.
Paris would be amazing.
I would love Paris.
So, 1989, we have a few songs left from that album. I Know Places would be a good one to hear her sing. Come on. And then New Romantics, but I just don't think she's going to do New Romantics acoustic.
I agree.
Some Speak Now ones that she could do, Better Than Revenge, I Can See You.
I would really not like to see Better Than Revenge.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it would be exciting.
I'm sure I would be excited in the moment. It's just like I personally don't like that song. And
Why? I thought you liked it.
I mean, it's like one of the better. I'm just not a Speak Now girly. So
That's so interesting because, like, when I picture you in Taylorland, like deep in Taylorland, I see you as if like a fearless Speak Now. That's like,
I'm definitely fearless, but I kind of personally skipped over Speak Now and like really went like dove back in with Red.
got it. Okay.
Because Speak Now, I just really didn't like I don't like Mine. I don't like Ours. I don't like Mean.
You don't like Mine?
No, I don't know. There's something, I know this is a hot take. I get it. But it's like my favorite songs on that album, obviously Sparks Fly. And then
Obviously.
and then Haunted. Like those are my two favorites. But then,
Not Enchanted?
no. And then we go into like Last Kiss, Dear John. So it's like I like the songs. I like most of the songs. It's just like not my favorite album. I would love to see, what if, again, anything can happen. What if Fall Out Boy showed up for Electric Touch?
That's what I was thinking too.
Because they are touring right now. Like they could also be, obviously they're not touring as big of venues, but I haven't looked. This would be an easy Google search, but I haven't. But like they could be in LA next week. You know what I mean? And that would be an easy thing to do, especially on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that'd be easy. Just pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like it's going to be big. It's her last surprise song of US, and then we go international. And like the beauty of this tour has been the viral moments of like the surprise songs. And we'll still get that when she's abroad, but it's just going to be, it's going to hit different when she's abroad.
Truly.
And so
And she's not going to announce it ahead of time. It's still going to be exciting for all the people that are going.
what do you mean?
Like, they still won't know what the secret songs are going to be. It just won't be the first time.
Yeah.
Like, all those songs
Right.
might be back on the table. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They
Or
will.
maybe she's going to release all new songs just
That'd be
for the
crazy.
international tour.
She's been recording.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So-
I'm really excited though. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try for my outfit to be more of a lover era this time. So I'm pretty sure my Amazon shirt just delivered moments ago when the dogs were barking at the door. So that'll be fun. It's like a little butterfly top with pink pants. Hopefully it's cute. If not, I'm probably going to dive in hard with my Reputation era or go fearless, you know?
Fearless. Should we match our eras?
We can do whatever we want.
We truly can.
And also,
okay.
I'm making more friendship bracelets because we gave them all away last time. So I'm making
Right.
more. I already have, I think, 10. So I'm planning on making at least like 30 more. So
Sheesh.
my
Sheesh.
like my age is really showing in this video, and it's like hard to watch.
Huh.
But anyways, so what else is new with you guys? I saw you guys went and saw Barbie. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's really good.
loved it.
Okay, the sisters want to hear your guys' thoughts.
Okay, well, I do feel like I need to see it again already to even understand, because I didn't know anything about it. I only saw the trailers and like the promotional things. I didn't know anything about storyline, and it's very meta and very
Deep.
deep, and there's like there's like messages and stuff, and like it's like they're
It's
trying
like
to say something
it's
about
like
society.
It's a thinking movie.
Yeah,
Well,
so
did you guys see that girl who was the Alabama Rush girl? And she's like, I'm not having a good day because I didn't like the Barbie movie. Barbie's supposed to be happy, and this wasn't a very happy movie. And it's like, well, that's the point.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, you missed the point.
Yeah, and I understand what she's saying. Like, Barbie is supposed to be this like one-dimensional thing that's only supposed to bring you like happiness, but I think that's why they chose Barbie as the vehicle to get this message out, because it's like women were supposed to be one thing, and now it's like we're allowed to finally like be all these different things. I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah.
I also liked how it was. Barbie thinks that she fixed the patriarchy, so she's like, "But I'm the president. I'm a doctor. I am a construction worker. Barbie did all this. You're welcome, women of the world." And I think that's just a really good explanation for how it's not just one thing that's going to fix everything. Like when they started hiring minorities, what was it called? Like when there was like the law to like hire minorities, like a certain percentage or whatever. And they're like, oh, we fixed racism. There we go. Now
Yeah.
like people of color can be doctors. You're welcome, everyone. And
Yeah.
you can't, it's not a one solution problem. It's like a deeper thing that everyone needs to go in on. And like, yes, all Kens, and you need to come with like some good Kenergy, not just, patriarchy.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm like excited. This sounds like a very deep movie. I don't even know. It probably will go right past.
Be
my little
prepared.
head.
No, it didn't go past my head, so I promise you'll be fine. But you will cry.
Oh, I cry like I'm in my cry era.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
gonna cry. I cried. Most of the people we were with cried.
I did have an upset tummy, and I had to excuse myself from the theater for a while, and it was very upsetting for me because I left for kind of a good while, and then I came back and everyone was crying.
So you
I
came
was
in
like-
at the wrong time.
Well, I wanted to be a part of I wanted to experience all of it, but I'll just see it again and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I feel like women are having this like it's like the summer of women, you know? Like and Barbie movie is just like kicking it off, which brings me to my next thing I want to talk to you guys about.
Whoa, she has segues. Look at her. Are you reading from a teleprompter behind you?
It's almost like I've been podcasting for like a little over a year.
Whoa.
Almost.
So Ariana Grande.
Ay, ay, ay.
I need to know. Will you explain Ariana Grande to me?
This hurts because Ariana, her songs have really gotten me out of some like dark times. And it's a pattern of really shitty behavior. So Ariana Grande announced her divorce. She was seen at Wimbledon without the ring. Everyone's been kind of suspecting they were going to get a divorce. She confirms it right after Wimbledon. She's getting a divorce. Okay. Wow, her co-star, he's getting a divorce. That's funny. And then what comes out next? They're seen together. But here's the kicker. He has a wife and a child, a 1-year-old child.
I was going to say, is the child one yet or about to be one?
It's a fresh one. If it's not one, it's about to be one. And he was just posting about his wife on Mother's Day, which they could have broken up and he could have just had an appreciation post for his wife, but let's just assume they were together on Mother's Day. So it seems very sus that Ariana and this guy are linked together. And it is sus because then the wife came out and was like, Ariana ruined my marriage.
And so we don't have to suspect it.
We don't have to suspect it because she just told us like Ariana ruined my marriage. But before that, Pete Davidson and Cassie David, he kind of broke up with her like minutes before he went on a date with
like literally
Ariana.
on the way to the date sends a text, hey, we're broken up.
We're broken up.
Oh,
Like-
I'm single.
Yeah, like literally he's like, he got his opportunity with Ariana Grande and he was like, I first need to break up with my girlfriend, so it's not technically cheating, but that was sus. Then Naya Rivera, she was dating, or she was like engaged to Big Sean. Big Sean, boy, how big is yo? And she learned that her engagement was over because he was spotted with Ariana.
Well,
So
so
it's like-
did
it's a
you hear the story about the note she left for Ariana Grande?
No.
Apparently, I don't know. I think this was on one of the blind items, so I don't know how true this is or not. But she left a little note in some kind of, for some reason, I want to say it was like some kind of lingerie or like a little piece of clothing, and it just like Naya wrote, "Hi Ariana," and like Ariana like saw it, and so she knew that she knew about her. Allegedly.
That
Just
is
crazy.
really crazy.
It's just also really, so this guy, Bailey, he's a Broadway guy. He was he played SpongeBob on Broadway.
Oh, wow. Big
Which
name.
I just think is funny. And he's
Big
like,
name.
and like when we think of lookers, we don't think of him.
Okay, well, this makes sense why the wife of the guy who voiced SpongeBob,
Yes.
the television show,
Yes.
said, my husband is not dating Ariana Grande. Like, it's fine.
Wait, that news made its way to your desk?
Yeah, how did that, of all the things, make its way to Bailey?
I was wondering why she said that, and I just figured she was just clearing the air just in case. I don't know.
I picture Bailey's desk like only like little random things get to it. It's like, oh, the big news doesn't really make it, but like random things like, why is the
Just
voice
like-
of SpongeBob's wife?
Wait, but also
It just falls down. Like, there's all this information falling down, and it's
And
just
then you
whatever
grab one
happens
little
to
piece.
land.
But she
It
didn't
doesn't-
even care enough to look into
it.
Why would this woman? Why would they ever be tied together?
She's like, that's random.
Figured that's good to know. Didn't think it was going to be a thing, but now it's confirmed.
That's so funny. But yeah, Ariana is like, it's so sus. And it's, somebody on TikTok was like, wow, couldn't be a worse time for this to happen to Ariana, because Broadway SpongeBob's wife said Ariana is not a girl's girl. And she was like, usually like that's like a hard, you know, like just like kind of gets you right in the ribs, but like especially at a time where like Barbie's coming out, we're all like, women are beautiful, we got to support each other. And then this girl comes out and says Ariana's not a girl's girl. It just like hits a little different than it does in like normal like times.
Yeah, especially speaking of Barbie, there's this girl on TikTok. She's like, you probably saw it. She's like, we all know that there's only 2 acceptable Halloween costumes this year, right? You're either going to be Raquel or you're going to be your version of Barbie. And she was like, I'm pretty sure we all thought that while we're watching the Barbie movie. Oh, we're all going to be Barbie. So then you're walking down the street and you're just, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie. And
that's for sure going to happen.
And I was like, abso-freaking-lutely. And then I just thought the Raquel thing was hilarious. Also, on that note, segue, did you see the rumor that Tom and Katie are back together? Is that real?
Did you see that on my story, or did you see that separately?
I saw that on Facebook.
Honestly,
I saw it on 2 different Facebook accounts.
I love that you just admitted to like going on Facebook, because like I'm such a Facebook girly. Like I love Facebook. That's like a little thing about me is like that's where I like to get like my little goss.
Mm-hmm. That's where you get your
But
news.
no, somebody posted. So I put up like a question box on Your Poor Dad and my Instagram, and somebody said, "Can you talk about Tom and Katie being back together?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I saw something posted on 2 different accounts that I follow on Facebook, but at that time when I tried to Google it, I didn't see anything confirming the relationship. So I'm not sure. However, the only way, in my opinion, if this is true, the only way it's going to last is if Tom Sandoval stays away.
Yeah, truly, that's the only way, because he was like a major I'm trying to think. It's probably not PC to say he was a major cancer.
No,
in there.
he was
Can you not say that?
he was detrimental to their marriage.
But he is a Cancer. That's his astrological sign. That would be really crazy. But I also heard that Crazy Joe, Spooky Joe. And I'm really excited to see what's so spooky about Joe, because like the thing about the Vanderpump Rules girls is like one person says something and then they all have each other's back. I'm going to have to send another link in a second. So the thing about them is like one person will say one thing and then they all have each other's back. So Katie says Joe is spooky. They're all saying Joe is spooky. So like I need to see
just,
Joe.
like, such a funny thing to say, like, oh, she's spooky.
Because like it's not like, oh, Joe's crazy or Joe's like weird. And it's like
I hate to bring up TikTok again, but did you see the TikTok video of someone having a clip of Katie saying Joe's spooky, and then cut to clips of Joe like being spooky.
It's such a good insult though, because like if she were to say Joe's weird, Joe's crazy, Joe's this, it's like, okay, Katie, like whatever.
Jealous.
Joe's spooky
is like,
spooky
oh,
energy.
There's facts there.
Yeah,
right, and it's
like
like
a different descriptor.
And it's like, I gotta see these with my own. I need to check out why Joe's so spooky. Like I need to see for myself. So I'm really excited to see Spooky Joe. And it also is like she's like wriggling her way into the crew, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. We have a lot of. Should we go through and answer some of these like easier?
Yes, but one last update that I wanted to talk about was my dogs, because I'm sure you can hear them running around in the background and snorting around in the background. And I just wanted to say that because everyone, all of the sisters know the journey, the rough journey that mainly Roman has been on with his skin. And
Right.
his
That's why he
fur.
wears rugby shirts
That's
every
why he
week.
wears rugby shirts. However,
it's not because he wants to play rugby. It's a deeper reason.
he probably does want to, because he wants to
Oh,
be a
yeah.
jock like his cousin Hank, but
Right.
he's not athletic like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to say, because when I was going to the vet with them and whatever, I had sisters DMing me like, oh, my dog has allergies too, blah, blah, whatever. And I just wanted to say that I've changed their diet, and they're now on like a natural food diet from Barkin Creek, and they're on the noodle one, because the other thing is Frenchies have the flat face, and noodles are a lot easier for them to grab than anything else because they're bigger chunks. So anyways,
slurp
Oh my god,
them
they're
up.
it's the chicken noodle.
yes.
It's so cute. All their flavors are so cute. Hank is obsessed with Barking Creek. Like, I have a bowl of kibble here because we're traveling, and I put it out, and he just like cannot be bothered. He literally waits to eat until he is like at starvation mode at night. And it's so sad because when I'm in Austin and he's on Barking Creek, the second I put that food down, he's like scarfing it down like a little vacuum, like a little Hoover.
Well, that's how Tiger is. The other day, he saw me grab the Tupperware out of the refrigerator of his FOOD, and he just immediately, he like runs to my legs and sits down. He's like, I'll take the whole bowl, please. And I'll have to post that on Instagram because it's really funny, because he's just like sitting there. Anyways, I've already seen a difference in their skin. So, and their fur is softer, and their skin is a lot less red and blotchy.
Roman's
Yeah.
nipples have shrunk down 3 sizes. He's like the opposite Grinch.
Yeah. So,
And that's kind of like, as far as hearts go, you want them to get bigger. As
Yeah.
far as nipples go, you kind of want them to get smaller.
Yeah, just
also, fun fact about Roman's nipples, he has 9.
an odd number.
If anyone's going to have one too many nipples, it's Roman.
Or
He just-
one less.
He just has one to spare.
true.
He has so much to give.
Yeah.
He has a ninth nipple.
Anyways,
Well,
everyone should
I'm
check
excited for the Frenchies.
Yeah, they should check out Barkin Creek.
Barkin'
We need to
Barkin'
see
Creek.
if they will give us a code so that the sisters can save a little cash, because, you know, natural food is very expensive, but it's very important for the dog. And another thing about Barking Creek that I love is that everything is locally sourced and sustainable. So they make everything in Austin in their kitchen. So it's like stuff that you can like actually feel good about serving your dog.
Yeah, you can see the ingredients. It's not having to guess.
And-
okay, I guess this is salmon in this weird brown,
Salmon.
like poop looking pellet or something. It's
Yeah,
you can see everything that's
see the
in
real-
it. And no, I didn't realize what it was. I opened it up. I thought Paige made like a casserole, and I was confused because Paige is not a casserole maker.
Oh, that actually is really funny. In that, did you try it?
No.
Okay.
Well, they also have like a special like blend of vitamins in this like anchovy paste, so you would probably like taste that as well. But you would have like
Probably.
amazing skin.
Well, maybe
Just like Roman.
Shout out to
maybe my
Barking
nipples
Creek.
are gonna shrink 3 sizes. We'll
Ooh.
see. Hey, ask me anything.
Yeah, ask us anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
I'm hungry.
While you were gone, I told Paige that Dad texted just me and Paige an audio file, and that means that he is karaokeing.
Singing?
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, play a little bit of it, put it in the microphone, and then wait, show her what we heard from the beginning. And then
Okay.
we said, never mind.
We said, okay, we're not gonna do this to our poor dad.
But it's okay. Can you hear it?
Oh, I guess you probably can't. But
I can't hear it on the microphone.
But
well, then
Put it up to that microphone. I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Never mind.
I think it's
All
White
right.
Wedding by Mr. Billy Idol.
Okay, so someone asked, what the fuck is girl dinner? And I have a good answer for that.
Wait, okay, actually you can talk first and then just you go first.
Okay, here's my interpretation of girl dinner. Girl dinner is kind of like a raccoon dinner. It's like a scavenger dinner. It's like little things that you have left in your house. I would like to propose an alternative to girl dinner, and that is secret dinner, where like you get like a really, I feel like we're pros at secret dinner. Like you get like a really good big meal that you can just feast on. And like
I'm better. Mine is usually secret breakfast.
yours is secret breakfast. And it's like you want to like lay on the couch in like the comfiest clothes you have and just put on like a delicious program and then have a feast. And like nobody can bother you. It's pure peace and quiet. It's a secret dinner. And Paige's secret breakfast, and she usually orders like, what do you order for secret breakfast?
My favorite secret breakfast is don't judge me, everybody, is a donut.
Yeah.
And a bean and cheese tacos. And that's usually it. Sometimes also a kolache.
Wow, that's like a powerful secret breakfast.
So good.
It's so
if I
good.
know you, you'll like leave the food on like your table
So I can eat it for a couple hours.
So you just have to do the old reach around behind the couch, grab it, and bring it back to you. And our donut place actually has very good bean and cheese tacos. So
my favorite bean. It's
very simple. There's
the
nothing,
Donut Palace.
Yeah, the Donut Palace.
Shout out.
We'll see if they'll give us a code too.
Yeah. I love like a really good white melty cheese with my beans in like a good flour tortilla.
And a good bean. Like they have the good beans.
Yeah.
Like it has to be a good bean, and sometimes when you go to Taco Bell, and,
sometimes
like,
they're
you can
burnt.
tell it's like on the last day of the beans, and like it's terrible, and like you can taste it. It's like
And Paige will not tolerate a whole bean. She needs a refried bean, or she's gonna dump out that taco and mash them up herself. I've bear witness to it.
Because
That's
it just
hilarious.
feels better. But the other thing that I wanted to say, have you seen, I think it's at Popeyes, they have the girl dinner.
they do. Oh, I did see that menu. That's such a good idea. Great marketing.
Great marketing. The funny thing about it is there is this girl that I follow she's not an influencer or anything, but she's just local to Austin, and I follow her on Instagram, and she was so excited that she saw the girl dinner advertised online for Popeyes. And so she goes to Popeyes and she's recording this whole thing on her stories of her ordering, and she's like, "Can I have the girl dinner?" And they're like, "What?" And she's like,
They didn't communicate it
like,
with theirs.
the girl dinner, it's on your website. And they're like, "Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about." And she's like, "Okay, never mind." And that made me laugh so hard.
It's really funny.
But then I saw a TikTok of the girl, like this girl clicked on what the girl dinner includes, and then she's like, "Oh, those are my favorite sides." She clicks on the sides, and it's just like literally copy paste. All of the sides equals the girl dinner. And I'm like, but that is what my favorite thing to do at Popeyes would be, is get
all the sides.
the little drumsticks. One drumstick is a side, and then like the biscuits, like all. I'm like, that is perfect.
Yeah, girl dinner is basically just like Raccoon Dinner.
Exactly.
It's little scavengers.
You want a little bit of this, a little bit.
You
of
want
that,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You want a glass of wine. You want like a little bit of popcorn. You want some grapes. You want like maybe some like steak that you made last night.
Yeah. A little bit of the steak you made, and then a little bit of the pasta that you made 3 days ago. Like, you just want
Girl
all
dinner
of
is
it.
just Raccoon Dinner.
Yes.
Okay, another thing is one of our sisters is eloping, and she said, "Let's all agree weddings are ass," and I love that for her.
I want to elope.
That's like so Paige vibes. I think if you were to actually have a wedding, it might like stress you out into
I think
like into oblivion.
I don't think I could handle actually planning a wedding. I think the only thing I could potentially handle would be, I want to elope, and then, I mean, you can be there, but I want to elope, and then I'm fine with having some kind of reception at a later time, just a party. I think that's the only thing I could handle.
Well, I'm just getting worried like about Era's part 2 with you. Like, it is basically like your wedding.
In a different city. Like, that's the thing
I
that's
know.
stressing
like,
me out.
I know it's gonna stress you out, and I'm already stressed because like of your stress level.
Like, I've been to the Cowboy Stadium several times. I know,
and you still
and
were Paige did not talk. I could barely I was trying to like get the mood up, but then I realized like that was stressing her out. So it's like the only thing I could do was just like shut up.
And then you ended up
her be. She has to process on her own.
You ended up getting me one beer, and you were like, "Drink this."
I know, because she was like, she needed to take the edge off. I was like, I'm not trying to get you drunk, but like, you need to calm down. You need to calm down.
Yeah, so I can only imagine how it's gonna hit different in a new city to me, and a new stadium to me, new area. So be prepared to get there early.
Well,
know, honey.
Should I ever take a husband? I kind of feel like I would also have a very small thing, just because I'm not going to plan it. Yeah. I guess, should I ever take a husband, and should that husband be Styx? I bet he would plan it.
Yeah, I could see you doing more of like a wedding, but like a very small, intimate wedding, and it's going to be like very like personalized to you. Like, fuck the patriarchy, fuck all the traditions. It's going to be very you.
Yeah. And maybe I won't call it a wedding to right size everyone's expectations or something. Or I don't know. We'll see.
Right size everyone's expectations. Okay, someone just said homie hopping. That's what they want us to talk about. Homie hopping.
Ariana Grande. Well, I guess they're not homies.
Ariana Grande isn't really like homie hopping.
Yeah, it's not
like,
a homie hopper.
She's just like kind like, I know you can't really steal a man, but like if you could, like she is doing.
Yeah.
I am
As
not
somebody who's homie hopped.
Have I?
She looked at you.
Corporate homie hopping?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Okay, they weren't homies.
I guess
they were just
like
all sitting at the same
colleague
desk.
hopping.
Yeah, I mean, we worked at the same company, but like it wasn't like they were in the same friend group and I was running through the friend group. I was
right.
I was hopping. I was like leapfrogging to different friend groups.
Right. I've definitely like dabbled in the same friend
You're
group.
the homie hopper. Holy shit, you're the homie hopper.
I've definitely dabbled in the same friend group. Her eyes got big when she was talking about you.
And I was like, wait, what friends have I hooked up with?
I like how
haven't.
I'm putting all the blame on Paige.
And the thing is, I wasn't even mad. I was like, honestly, scared. I was like, how have I forgotten about such an event? And
I just think it's bad. I just don't think it's bad because like it's truly on the men to maintain their friendships. And like if they're gonna do that to their friend, that's on them.
And on you. Like, let's take a little accountability here.
Well, and it's
I feel literally not an ounce of remorse.
You're not responsible for managing their friendships, but you are responsible for looking in the mirror and wondering why you needed to.
It was a dark time.
Exactly. Jump from friend to friend.
Yeah, it's not your response. Like whatever turmoil you leave is whatever you leave, but you have to live with yourself.
Truly, I have to look at myself in the mirror.
Yeah. And I bet there is a little thing in the back of your mind that's like, they're gonna talk about me so much more and be so much more obsessed with me if I can pit them against each other. So I think
that is toxic.
Yeah.
I never said I was healthy.
Yeah.
I'm toxic. I'm slipping. Now I'm healthy though.
You're getting there.
Because I'm in a healthy, honest relationship.
Next question.
Next question. Okay.
Wait, speaking of you being in a healthy, honest relationship, one of my friends saw that you posted about the Bravo person like being like, oh, congratulations to my husband proposing to his mistress. And she got confused and she thought that you posted that. And so she texted my other friend and said, what the hell happened with Jade and Mr. Roberts? whose ass do I need to kick? And then
that's hilarious.
And then the other friend was like, oh no, like that's something from Bravo. She just reposted it, and she's like, oh my God, like I'm always the last to know. Anyways, I thought that was really funny.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, me and Mr. Roberts are great. It's kind of I was really scared when I first got here because I obviously have PTSD of like, you know, staying with a man. And he is just like a saint for dealing with me. I'm always like, am I too annoying? He's like, if you keep asking me that, that's going to be annoying. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a very practical one that I think we can all give our answers to, but they said how to get over a hangover on vacation.
Hair of the dog.
So, first of all, 100%, I don't understand why people don't do hair of the dog because that is like almost an instant fix for a hangover for me. Yeah. Like when I'm nauseous, like nothing can settle my stomach better than like a Bloody Mary or like a beer or something like it's usually like a beer or like a really good tasting cocktail. Like it has to taste so good and it has to have like enough alcohol to like bring you back up because like your body is literally withdrawing from alcohol. So you need to give it more alcohol. And that's like the quickest fix. Like you're not going to do, I hate when people are like activated charcoal, like electrolytes, all this like natural shit. It's like if you are in a pinch and your life, it's a life or death situation, like you got to get on a boat, like you got to be around people's families, you need to drink more.
Yeah, that's the difference. It's not your normal everyday hangover that you have to, it's Sunday and then you have to work on Monday. You're on vacation, you're in emergency mode. It's a quick fix. It's you got to do what you got to do.
I would say 3 ibuprofen and some Gatorade Zero, because at least for me, like when I first wake up in the morning, I am a little vomity, so it's like I want that Gatorade Zero to like help me purge whatever I need to purge and hydrate, whatever. But then, and I always need food and a beer.
Yeah. So I would say if you're on vacation, make sure you have water and Gatorade in your hotel room for you to drink when you wake up. And then you're going to need a snack, and you're going to need...
But like a good snack, like chips.
Or yeah, like you need chips. You need like sodium.
You need chips. Yeah, you need the salt. That helps. It
like
helps.
Doritos, honestly, because Doritos, the nacho cheese Doritos are probably the easiest palatable thing you could eat.
And probably really pleasant coming back up.
Oh, Jesus.
And way more pleasant than like a hot Cheeto.
Oh, yeah. You don't want that.
But yeah, and then you need to drink. And like another thing I guess you could do is take an Excedrin and sleep. But like who has time to sleep on vacation?
That's why I take 3 ibuprofens.
And also none of us are doctors. So I would advise...
I thought that went without saying.
Yeah,
I would advise all of us.
Do your own research, but that's what we do.
Another hot take I have if you're on vacation and like you're feeling a little bloated, and again, I just want to preface, I'm not a doctor, but like have a Midol.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it definitely, Midol is a diuretic, and so it kind of just like helps like release some liquid from your body, and if it kind of just like makes you feel like less bloated.
And there's a little caffeine in there.
And a little caffeine.
Showering.
Midol's actually magic.
Yeah. Showering or jumping into a pool and just completely submerging. I know it's a pain. You're going to have to do your hair and stuff, but like getting all the way under the water really helps me.
Same.
I literally would never do that.
I do, like, I'll just
I'll
turn on the shower and I'll just like lay down in the shower. Not even a bath. I'll just like lay down in the shower.
That's a good one.
You also can wash your hair.
Me?
I guess now you have like extensions.
I have extensions now. Shout out to Katie.
I'm in my Hermione era, so I just let it do what it wants to do.
You literally are Hermione.
You are Hermione.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Paige is definitely Ron.
About what?
Ron?
Wait. Who do you think you are?
Oh, my Ron.
I thought she said wrong.
No, I feel like I'm like Neville.
You're Ron.
I'm Ron. You think you're Harry?
I'm more hairy than you are.
You are Harry.
I feel like I'm another Gryffindor, but like I'm not a main character Gryffindor.
I don't think either of us are, but if we're going just Ron, Hermione, and Harry, you're the Ron, I'm the Harry. You want to know why? Because Ron was so jealous
and scared.
He was so...
Paige is scared.
No, but like...
What?
Yeah, of what?
Paige is literally a walking little ball of anxiety.
Well, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black.
Do I have anxiety?
I think that Paige is very... is always going to do the right thing. She's very studious. She's very Gryffindor in her qualities. Like,
yeah,
if we all took...
Slytherin.
But also, Paige is willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead. I think that she would trip us or something if that was gonna...
Not you. Not me. Hermione. Wait, what is this? What is the thing?
Not me. Not Hermione. You.
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 Yeah, actually.
It's 2 syllables.
I am Ron.
Anyway, what's the next?
Okay, somebody said, did you see the rumors of a second U.S. leg of the Eras Tour? Rumors are saying she's coming back to the U.S. for, wait for it, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Miami. Mm-hmm. Look at my orange hands. What do we think?
Yeah, I saw that because the amount of comments, which was so, it weirdly pissed me off in a way. I can't explain why, because those rumors are happening and I hope that happens, but whenever I posted like about the tickets, that I bought the tickets and I was so excited to be at the last show of the like US tour or whatever,
the people were saying that
people
it's not
were
the
like
last.
Actually there's gonna be a second US tour, and I was like,
is there? No, we don't know that yet.
And it's like, yes, that is a rumor. And yes, I hope that is the case. But even if that is the case, nothing is going to be like this first leg of her tour. You know what I mean?
Agree.
I think that maybe you guys could just be happy for people that they're gonna get to see her too.
But that's the other thing.
Like, we're happy, but like you're not.
No. Arlington Night 2, where I saw Death by a Thousand Cuts.
I understand, and you're right. I understand, and you are right about that. But like that had nothing to do with me being happy. I do hope that she comes back, and I do hope that more people get to experience.
And you do hope that they understand that they're not as good as you because you're seeing her twice.
It's just like,
yes, exactly.
Yes.
No, it's just like,
no, like I want people literally, I want everyone to be able to experience eras that wants to experience eras, because I truly think it is one of those things that just like makes you so happy to be a woman. Like seeing this
be a person.
Okay, a person. But like seeing her so powerful up on stage, she's written all the songs, performing does not come like at that level, does not come naturally. She's worked so hard and you can just tell. It's like, it's so inspiring and it's so like uplifting and it's a very positive experience. I want everyone to experience that. But however, us being at the last leg of the last show of the US leg of the tour is going to hit different than if she comes back again and does another. It's like, it just is.
But
yeah.
Also, can you explain to me why those 3 cities, Indianapolis,
because those
Miami,
are all
New
stadiums
Orleans,
that she hasn't hit yet.
Oh.
Just a funny little tidbit. So I was really afraid to tell mom and dad how much money I spent on these tickets.
You could also just say MYOB.
Well, so Dad
Paige.
Dad's like, if you don't mind me asking, how much are the tickets? And I was like, I do. And so he starts guessing because he's Dad. And I eventually...
and then you're you, so you tell him.
So I tell him, I know. But anyways, then I start trying to like justify it. And I didn't even need much justification because they were like, you're an adult, you have this money, it's okay, you can do this, whatever. And then I start saying, Dad, you don't understand, because the band Haim is going to be there, and they're these 3 sisters, and Dad, you would love them. They're just this little rock band, and they're great, and
they're everything Dad wants us to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, and you should see Taylor when she performs with these girls. She is their 4th Haim sister. You know, she is so happy. She's so excited. She's so playful. And Dad said, that's the word to describe Taylor Swift. She is so playful when she is up on that stage. Wait, that's so cute. And he said, and you better believe, he said, I haven't even been to one of her concerts, but you know what? As big as that stage is, I know her, and I know that she works every single corner of that stage. She's going to see everyone from this side to that side. And I was like, you get it. You get it. Anyways.
Oh, my gosh.
On to the next.
I love that. Somebody asked my thoughts on Real Housewives of New York because they just recast. So usually they just like add a new housewife in, like a few housewives. Sometimes they'll like get rid of half the cast and bring in a new half of the cast. This time they completely got rid of every single person and started with a brand new cast. And I honestly think you guys would like this cast because they're very diverse. They're very like smart and intelligent, and they're very like fun and playful. And one of the things I love about New York is that they're very direct with each other. They're just like, they call each other out, but then they recover really quickly and move forward. They're not like Beverly Hills. Something will happen in the beginning of the season and you will hear about it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Moving on. And another cool thing about this is that they got Jenna Lyons, who was the creative director for J. Crew for years. So she's like extremely fabulous and well known, and it's kind of getting like a peek behind like that curtain, which is a very interesting thing. I love it. There's I just think that they're all like very dynamic in their own way. They're all very successful, they're all very smart, but they're also like catty, like, and like they're sensitive, and it's just, I love it. So I think you guys should watch it.
Okay, I'll consider it.
I think you guys would actually enjoy them because like they have a little bit of drama, but like they're just like really nice to watch.
Okay.
So that's my thoughts on that. And then do we have any like listener stories?
So we have a couple advices.
Ooh, let's give some. I'm in the mood to like give some advice.
I'm in the mood to educate. So
me too. I'm in the mood to tell people how to live their lives because my life is going so well.
All right, let's go.
Oh wait. Okay, whatever. We'll do this one. This one was sent tonight.
Oh,
1 hour ago.
1 hour.
And she sent. Or do you want to read over my shoulder?
No, I do not.
Do you want to try to read at the same time?
Nope.
Okay. So this person sent it on Instagram too in a DM. I'm not on our Instagram, so I can't read it, but I can read it from here.
Are you even on your own Instagram?
I'm logged into my own Instagram, but you know. Oh, also, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but a sister sent me something from my Amazon wish list, and she posted like she sent a the
handle
card. Yeah, she signed the Amazon gift card thing with her handle, so I followed her. She was like, "Oh my gosh, does this mean you got my Amazon package? I'm so excited. Teachers are
that's so
important."
Sweet.
I know.
I know. Okay. All right, so this person really needs some advice.
Okay.
I've been with my boyfriend for over a year now, and he's such a respectful and loving man. Truly the farthest thing from toxic. But sometimes I feel like I have a hard time getting him to talk about serious things and getting him to empathize more with things I'm going through. I found myself keeping more of my feelings to myself because he's just awkward when I talk about my past toxic relationship or family issues. It's not that he's ignorant about it, it's just that he doesn't seem to know how to respond. Maybe that's just the kind of guy he is, but I'm such a talker when it comes to dealing with things and my emotions and have been feeling like he's not on my level. Overall, I'm just feeling a disconnect because a lot of things I keep to myself say a lot about who I am and why I act the way I do in certain situations. I love him, but I feel like I hold a lot back from him because of the lack of substance to his responses.
Sorry. The lack of substance in his responses. Like, that's such a dig.
It is, but I could totally see what she's
Me too.
saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love your podcast so much. I don't have any sisters, so I love the banter between you guys, and she loves how much our personalities shine individually.
That is really nice. Are you
I
done?
feel like Paige has a good answer to that. I'm kind of stumped.
Well, because the thing is, there's nothing I can't stand more than a partner who is like, because in my situation, there are times where I will bring up previous scenarios to explain the reason I feel this way when you do that is because in a previous relationship, this is what would normally take place. So I'm telling you this so to give you the chance to either be like, oh, that's not how I meant for you to take that. So I'm sorry, like everything's okay and it's a different situation, or maybe it's the same. I don't know, whatever. But there are times when I will bring up previous situations from previous relationships. And I will say most of the time people are receptive and understanding of, oh my gosh, well, if that's your previous situation, then I totally understand why you reacted this way in this situation, right? Occasionally, there's the person who's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to hear about your past relationships. And it's like, that's the thing. And I'm not saying that that's what this person's doing, but that is something for me that is a red flag, because it's not that I'm just talking about an ex-boyfriend. I'm talking about this ex-boyfriend in this situation because it relates to the exact situation that we're in. And you scared me with your response, so I retreated, and that's why, because whatever.
Right.
And so if people aren't willing to be mature enough to know that previous relationships happened, and that is what has molded every single one of us into who we are today, that's just immature.
Well, it doesn't really sound like he doesn't want to talk about past relationships. It sounds like he doesn't want to talk about
anything.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like getting deep. So she's having a hard time like cracking the surface. So I think like you need to talk to him about that. Like,
I agree.
Why I feel like you don't really want to talk about things that affect me. Like, why so?
Yeah,
And see what he
because
says.
if you don't do that, you're going to start building up such a resentment that you're not going to be able to come back from.
This is a little bit different of a conversation, but with Sticks, I was venting about work so much last year, and it was very horrible. Like, there was some really weird, stressful things going on, and it was really, I had to say something. I had to get it off my chest. But I learned that I had to say, okay, I'm going to talk about this for 5 minutes, or just when we're on the way to dinner, and I need you to hear me and dig into this part of it. And then after that, we don't, like, this doesn't need to be the whole night's conversation, but I need you to hear this part and to pay attention and to talk about this now, and there is an end to it. So you don't just have to hear me complain, or the whole night doesn't have to have this tone. But if you don't listen to me, and if I feel like you're blowing me off, then I'm going to get upset, and that's going to be annoying, because then I feel like you're not or that you are disrespecting me and just blowing off my feelings, rather than like, okay, this is what I'm looking for from you right now.
Yeah. So, you're just going to have to talk about it.
Yeah, you're going to need to bring up, like, why don't you want to talk about feelings? Like, this is what I need out of a relationship, is for somebody to, like, at least, like, engage in a conversation with me. Like, life can't be, like, a series of shallow conversations.
Yeah. It can't always be surface level.
Yeah. All right.
Want to do one more?
One? Yeah.
Yes.
Since we have a time limit.
This says, hi, sisters.
Hi.
I've been listening from the very beginning and need your true, harsh sisterly advice here.
Oh, harsh.
Oh.
Jade's good with that.
So, my current boyfriend, my current boyfriend and I have been together for a little over 3 years. With that being said, unfortunately, there was some overlap that neither of us are very proud of with our exes, who we both all dated or through. Through all of college.
I just have to say, I love that people are using the term overlap instead of cheating now.
There's just some overlap.
There's just a little overlap.
I think that after 3 years of a successful relationship, you are allowed to have some very generous terminology.
Not in Paige's world.
Not in my world, but continue.
But also good job for owning that.
Owning the overlap.
More
putting
background.
like a little like sprinkle of glitter on a bag of shit.
Yeah. More background. Since starting our relationship, we have lived in 3 different apartments together and have a dog together. Recently, I relapsed and I took a peek at his phone while he was sleeping, which I've been trying so hard not to do. But everything was in the clear until I went to his Snapchat and saw he had searched his ex's name but had not added her. Now I'm sitting...
You can look at who people search? That's crazy.
That's like on Instagram too.
Yeah. Now I'm sitting here thinking that they constantly add and unadd to talk to each other in Snap because there's no way to track it. Or am I being crazy? I also think he knows I went through his phone but isn't saying anything because he saw that he forgot to delete the search part on Snap. And he is now being extra nice to me, but I'm super sus and it's extreme, but this feels like a betrayal. Do I say anything? And yes, I did snap a pic of this on my phone so he can't gaslight me later that it was never there. Attaching a photo for reference.
Oh my God.
And then his best friends on Snapchats are the listener, the boyfriend's aunt, and the boyfriend's good friend from college. And then it says, but the recent is like search with the second girl emoji being his ex.
Wait, click on that photo.
So that's the listener, that's his aunt, that's his friend. And then the second.
Okay. So what is the question? Like, what should she do?
Her question is, should she say anything she thinks that he knows that she looked through his phone because he's being extra nice to her, but he hasn't said anything. So she's saying she feels like he's betrayed her, but she hasn't said anything to him either. So she's wondering if she should bring this up.
Well, first of all, I think we need to address, like, you did this to yourself. If you're looking for something, you will find something because you're searching for something and you're going to, like, create a situation. Like, who knows what he was doing? Like, you're thinking that he's talking to her because you're thinking of worst case scenarios, but he could just be nosy. Like, who doesn't want to be nosy and see?
It's different for Snapchat, though. I guess, could you have a public Snapchat profile that you could post stories that people could see if you don't follow?
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you mean?
I thought you always had to be friends and only your friends show up.
God, you're such a boomer.
Okay, you are not on Snapchat, Jade.
I had to delete my Snapchat because it's toxic.
Yeah, so grow up.
Okay, I think that Jade is right, and you're always going to find something if you look for something. That being said, your behavior is very me. It is very, very me. I am going to, if I'm going to look through your phone, and I find something, not only am I going to find, because the fact is, you looked through his phone, you saw that in his recently searched was the ex-girlfriend. Like, those are the actual facts. The part that you made up in your head, which is what I do, is the scenario. You think that they add each other and snap each other and then delete each other and then they add and delete. Like,
you're creating a whole ecosystem in your mind.
And the fact of the matter is what is that doing? Like, you need to think about what is going to give you the most peace, and you need to, before you do that, think of all of the scenarios and make sure that whatever decision you decide to choose is actually the one that's going to give you peace. Because if confronting him is going to give you peace, no matter what the response is, he could say, you're insane, this is ridiculous, I want to break up. And you need to be satisfied with, I needed to address the situation or else I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So even if that worst case scenario happens, I still am at peace with myself. If that's not the case, then you need to maybe reassess and think, how much of this am I like running wild in my head? and how much of it is accurate.
Yeah.
And you need to be prepared to like answer to the fact that like you just invaded his privacy. And like that's,
you're so suspicious of him that it was a search. If you guys are saying Snapchat's like Instagram and it's just
like you could search an ex and like not be wanting to,
of course,
like reach out to them, but like maybe you want to search them and look at their story.
Or you're telling a story to someone. Like I searched someone on Instagram that it wasn't an ex, but it was still like a boy that was just weird, but I was telling a story. So I was like, hey, this is what they look like for context. And then when I went to search another thing later, I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I wouldn't want people to see that. But I wouldn't think that if Styx went through my phone and I was so good at hiding everything else, but I realized I didn't clear my Instagram search history, that I need to start being really nice to him. So if you do confront him and you're like, I know you're being nice to me, you would not have gotten me those flowers last week if you didn't know that I saw your Snapchat search history because you and your ex-girlfriend are carrying on a secret Snapchat messaging.
What are you saying?
You just need to be like, I think you need to just be, don't even bring up that you went through the phone because that's like such an invasion of privacy. I think you just need to be like, I probably am like being so crazy right now, but like, have you talked to your ex recently? Just like asking, like, don't be like weird about it.
Yeah, don't put your cards down on the table.
And honestly, don't admit to going through his phone like at all. Like you can't. If you're gonna confront him, don't do that.
And if he says no, absolutely not, it's okay, like just
move on. Then you have to take it as face value because like, do you want to betray his trust of like saying that you went through his phone and invaded his privacy? Or do you want the answer? The number one thing is you want the answer. You don't want to make a point. So just be like, okay, like I could be like crazy here, but I'm feeling something.
And if you don't believe him, then that's also an answer to your questions.
Exactly. 100%.
Also, we have a minute and 20 seconds left, so we should wrap this up.
Just wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, Bailey.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys so much for listening. If you have any other questions, any other advice you need from us, because we did such a good job at this one. So you should follow us on Instagram at Your Poor Dad Pod. And you should follow us on TikTok at Your Poor Dad Pod. And you should shoot us an email.
Email us.
That's the best way to get a...
Email us at yourpoordad@gmail.com.
I have a minute. I know how long a minute is.
Also, leave a review. Bye. Bye.